Swing for the win. Applause. Begin.
Okay, good news. So, I was placed on a team yesterday for softball. So now I'm on a softball team. Same team name as the Ultimate Frisbee. Halfway to Freedom. For the win. So my first softball game was today. We were the first at 4:15. However, there was a little confusion involved. So prior to that, I'm just hanging in my dorm. 3:50 comes along, and I start getting ready to head over to the field, which is that way, or at least it was last year. Turns out they move it this year to a field that I haven't heard of and didn't know where it was located. I didn't get an email or notification saying softball games are now being played at this park, not this one. So that was kind of agitating. So I leave here at 4:05, went over to that field, which no one was there, so I'm like, what's going on? So then I head over to the Ultimate Frisbee field, which is also the football field, where the football team obviously plays their home games and practices, but I guess they had a practice, so obviously the softball game couldn't have been there. You know, they could have just had like those flat rubber bases and just placed them on the field and act as first, second, third, and home. So it wasn't there. So now I'm like, okay, where is this? So I look it up, and turns out it's at a field where I have no idea where it's located. And I'm like, where is this? Now the only other field that I know around the school is near, like, towards the hockey rink, but a little further down. And I'm like, could it be there? And by the time I found out it was there, I was pretty much halfway back to my dorm. So I'm like, crap. So then I decided to head back down to the softball game. But then I had second thoughts, and just as I'm like about 5 minutes away, I'm like, screw this. I mean, I'm already 40 minutes late to this game. There's no point to going, or because I know I'm not going to play. So I'll just wait till next game. So I went all the way back to I went back to the hockey rink's parking lot, and I had the shuttle pick me up. And then I just went to dinner afterwards. Turns out, as I'm getting my food over at the dining hall, I see some of my softball teammates, because some of them are on my Ultimate Frisbee team. Halfway to Freedom, Ultimate Frisbee, Halfway to Freedom, softball. See the connection? So, I'm like, so how did the softball game go? And he's like, oh, the other team forfeited. And then he's like, so did we. And I'm like, oh, not enough players, I see. And he's like, yeah, we were missing one or two, and they were missing one or two. And my teammate also couldn't find the field, and it took him like 10 minutes, because he actually did the same thing I did. He went over to the field that way, and then it took him like 10 minutes to figure out it was over at the other field. I wonder what would have happened if I showed up. You know what? No, nothing would have showed up, because the game starts at a certain time, and if you're not there at that time, or 5 minutes later, depending on if, let's say your team has like not enough players, and you're waiting for like one more, and that player doesn't show up within 5 minutes, your team forfeits. So pretty much it didn't really matter if I showed up or not, because both teams lost from a forfeit. But they ended up doing a scrimmage game, so it's like, oh, whatever. So I'll just wait till the 22nd, which is what? Thursday? So yeah, Thursday. And coming up, I have an Ultimate Frisbee game. So I don't know if we'll win or if we'll lose. By the way, I am feeling much better now. I think you can hear me. My voice is getting better. And actually, my thighs aren't really killing me anymore. Well, we'll see if they start to hurt again after tonight's Ultimate Frisbee game. So, talk to you later.